Okay, so guys, you are welcome again to my channel. So in this video, I made a video of the JPY index, that's the Japanese currency index of earlier. So something again I saw, I would love to show you here. I'm on the chat, so I saw some good stuff I would love to share with you. I hope this will be insightful and be helpful to you. So still on the Japanese yen index here, I'm on the daily time frame. If you can see this, you can see here, if you can see the trend line which I'll draw some trend line here on the chart. So I'm going to explain to you everything about the trend line, why I drew the trend line, and what I saw before I'm making this video for you right here again. Because maybe some of you might be asking that you have done this analysis just now, why are you still doing it? So I'm doing it to clarify you on something I saw and to enlighten you on something very, very important that I just saw on the chart, and I would love you to be aware of it. I would love to show you. So here on the daily time frame, you can see that the Japanese yen, you can see this, the place I circled red. You can see that's the 0.1. As we always say, that's the point. This one I circled now is the 0.2. So and our third touch usually breaks. So what I'm seeing is that I'm seeing a kind of another trend inside the main trend. So this is the third touch and it breaks, as you all know. So let me zoom in so you see. So what I'm seeing is that what happened here, which you can see, is happening on this exact trend is also happening inside this main trend. So I'm going to show you what I mean by this statement. This trend is happening inside, another trend is happening inside this trend, but it's same trend. So that's my 0.1, this is the 0.2, this is the 0.3 here, which I'll write the 0.3 break. So that's the 0.3 break, you can see there. So this whole trend, you can see this whole trend, I'll circle it for you so you can see. I'll circle the whole trend for you so you can see what I mean by the whole of this trend. So this one you can see here. This trend, you can see the whole of it, and look where I want the place this I circled. What happened in this big zone? In this zone I circle first, the whole of the trend. A mini trend also is happening there. A kind of a mini trend is happening inside the exact way this big one happened. So I'll show it to you what we are looking for there. So what happened on the big one is also happening on this smaller one. So I'll zoom in now so you can see. On this smaller one, what have happened on the big one? So we are going to use the initiative of the big one to trade this smaller trend right now. So that's what we are going to do. You can see, so I'm going to circle also for you here the point which it has made 0.1, 0.2 and 0.3 as the outer one, which I just showed to you, and it breaks, it retests, it continue going up. So there is something interesting here which I would love to show you here. So pay attention and see. So this is the 0.1 as this 0.1 of this big one. Also you can see the 0.1 of this one. So the smaller one, also the smaller trend inside the bigger trend is also forming same thing that the big trend is forming. So that's the 0.1 you can see there. So this here I circled is the 0.2, and if you remembered, the big one also has its own 0.2. So let's go again. The big one has its own 0.2. You can see the 0.1 here, 0.2. We'll write it here, that's the 0.2. We'll write the 0.3 also. Here is the 0.3. So you can see this 0.3 now. You can see this 0.3. It breaks as this 0.3 also breaks, as the bigger one breaks, and it retests on the trend line. So this also retraces on the trend line. It retraces on the trend line. This smaller one you can see where my arrow is. It retraces on the trend line here right now that my cursor is. It retraces on the trend line there. It continues going up exact as the bigger one. The bigger one retest continues going up. You can see the retest of the big one, and after the retest you can see the push up, and after the push it forms a double top. I'm going to show it to you. There. So you can also see this one. After the retest it goes bullish, and after the retest of the previous one, the bigger trend there, which you see what happened, it also goes bullish. So after the bullish, we saw that there is a retracement on the bigger one. So on the bigger one you can see the retracement there. You can see the retracement, and after the retracement, what happened, it went back up again to form a kind of a double top. So I'm going to mark out the top for you also, so you see and you won't get confused of what I'm saying. So I'm coming, let me delete this stuff so our chart will be clear. So we'll have a clear chart now. Here. So let me show it to you. Let me draw. I'm going to draw the rectangle box now. So I'll pick the rectangle and draw at the double top so you can see how the double top have formed there on the first one. So after this top, you can see this point, this top one and top two. What happened is that the market have not reached there for some time now. Since this period, the market has been going down, making a kind of a lower high. So let's go again. I'm going to draw this one also, this mini one which you see. So what happened on this one is also happening here. It's also happening here, to say, on the mini trend that is forming inside the main trend. So you can also see that the market is approaching there right now. You can see the market is approaching that place. That's this zone which I just drew. The market is approaching there, and I will not wait for much confirmation, because we know that we are already bearish here on the Japanese yen currency index. So we'll be going on a buy on the GBP. Sorry to say. So here also you can see that's what is happening here also, which you can see here. You can see that's what is happening also there. It is going for the second touch. So it mustn't be that it will be equal. The highs must be equal before it signifies it's a double top. No, it must be aligned. It must be meaningful, because we can see that weak rejection. That weak rejection means there are a lot of buyers there. There are a lot of bears there, to say. There are a lot of bears there waiting to push the market down. So here you can see this weak rejection on this candle. You can see it signifies these bears, they are present. The activeness of the bears, that shows the activeness of the bears. You can see that they push the market down, and since then the market have not closed above there. And you can see also here the bears are active. So the price came there and it reverses, starts selling. Let me also show you what's happening on the mini trend here. So on the mini trend, I'll zoom in so you can see now. So you can see also this is the first stop, as the outer one also did. Before we can see this is the week of this particular one, as the outer one did, which we saw. So after this week, this one also, this after that rejection, if I say week, so I'm talking about the week of the candle. So you can see the rejection of the candle. After the rejection of the candle, you can see that this market is also approaching to go and create a double top, to create a double top there. So after that double top, a close of that candle, we're going to see a reversal, and we're going to see the bear is also active there. So that's what we're waiting for. I'm waiting for right now for the candle to close there. Let me see how the candle will close, and you can see this candlestick, the one I just drew, this at the top. You can see the weak rejection there. You can see the rejection on the daily time frame. All this I'm showing to you is on the daily time frame. You can see that rejection. So as the candle comes there, you can see it's having some rejection also. So that's that. You can see also that it's forming a double top there also as it has formed on the overall trend, which I've been showing to you. There you can see it there on our chart. You can see it, and it's also forming on this mini trend which is happening right here. So let's zoom in so we'll see. So you can see this candle here. This candle here is a close. Is the close of, let me say, the analogy behind the candle there, the psychology behind the candle there. Let me give an analogy of let me say, is the closing thumb, is the thumb of the bulls that are closed. That's the close of the that's the end of the bulls in the market. They have closed the bulls in the market. They have surpasses, the bears have surpasses the power of the bulls. So that's what this candle, which I point here for you, also means. It means the bears are coming in controls now, in control of the market now, as you can see. So what are we seeing? What we can see again? What we can see here. So this you can see that where I wrote the bears are active. You can see the rejection there. There's a rejection there. So if there should be a reversal, in this market, if the trend should continue to the downside, it will continue to the downside, and it will touch on this previous overall resistance trend line, which was broken before now. This resistance trend line, which you can see, this outer resistance trend line, if there should be a continuation to the downside, because anything can happen in the market. The money usually moves the market, not the analysis. But as we see, we say. As I see, I say. This is what I'm seeing, and that's how I'm giving it back to you, back to back. You can see that. So we are on the 4-hour time frame now. We'll go to the 4-hour time frame, and I want to show you on the 4-hour time frame before now, this market was around, it was around here. The market was around this previous low here. The market was there, so it was a kind of like a double, a head and a shoulder pattern, to say. A head and a shoulder pattern. It was kind of like a head and a shoulder pattern. So we're waiting for the right shoulder to form appropriately, because the left shoulder formed, but the right shoulder didn't form when I was making the first analysis. So now I can see that the bulls came into the market, and they grabbed some liquidity, so they took some money out. So those people that were selling there already, they took them out of this market before the market continue to its prior movement. It gains more momentum. That's the kind of a momentum. So now we can see the right shoulder have formed. Now. The market will, after that, we can see it will come to this place, which you can see this previous. It will take out this previous low. So the market was around here while I was doing the other analysis, so I have to wait. I said I'm not going to enter the trade. You guys should. I told you guys should wait for a clear confirmation. So this is a clear confirmation now, and you can see the market took those people that sold out. It took them out. The gap, you can see it fills the gap, and now the market is ready to continue to the downside if possible. This is a downtrend, which you can see here. So what we are expecting now, we are expecting the market to come back to this zone here to make a double bottom or equal low, to make a equal low. So I'm going to put in the neckline and everything for you. So I'm going to delete this this head and shoulder. I'm going to take a written one so we can see how it is. I'm going to take the head and shoulder from this here. So this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and this should be the right shoulder. Here we can see that clearly. So this is it. You can see, I guess this should be a head and a shoulder if I'm not mistaken. So if the market should reverses from this side, which the current market price is sitting, then we know that we should sell to the next, we should take out the next the previous low to say. We should take out the previous low. So I'm going to take out this line. I will draw, this is the head and the shoulder, touching this zone, reversing. This is the neckline, so I'm going to write it for us here. I'll label this line, this is the neckline. I'll label it as the neckline. So this is the neckline. The market will break below the neckline to retest again on the neckline, then to continue again back to the downside. That's what we are expecting right here. That's what we are expecting right here. So I'm expecting this market to come to this zone. At least it will break this zone. So the market will definitely break the neckline. So you can see that. Let your SL be above this head, above the head. So let your SL be above the head. Anything can happen, and you can enter this trade immediately. I will advise you to enter immediately, because once you enter, if you want to go to our stop loss now, if it's going to hit our stop loss, it's not going to take a lot of, we are not going to give it a lot of gap. We are not going to give it much gap. We are just going to give it above our head, this head, which you can see. So above there, if it take us out, we'll wait for what the market want to do again before we'll know how we'll enter again. That's all for the video. Peace.